Never argue with ignorance. Tea's hot. I need some lotion. 1 second. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Just Another Freckle Face YouTube channel. It's me, Freckle Face in the flesh. I'm not back, but I guess I'm back for now. My tooth pain is subsided. So, yeah. Mazel tov. I hope everything's been well with y'all. I'm sorry that I've been gone. Well, I'm not going to say I've been gone because I've been posting here and there. But I'm sorry that I haven't been doing any recap videos on Sundays lately. I've had tooth pain. Like I said the other day, I've been having a lot of tooth pain. It's to the point where it's like I'm bawling my eyes out. I'm bawling my eyes out. It hurts to think about eating. It's that bad. You know, some days are good, some days are bad. I already took antibiotics for it. And I'm like, well, I feel like I said in my other video the other day, I gotta go back to the dentist and see if I can get more antibiotics or what the plan option is for this tooth. So if I'm inconsistent recently, or will be in the near future, I apologize.
I apologize. Baby. Oh, believe me, I do.
I really apologize. Yeah. If the world was the way it was and how I wanted it to be, all these would be pulled out. Now I would have a gold tooth here, here, and here. And here.
Gold all in my chain. Gold all in my ring. Gold all in my watch.
So 3 gold teeth here, 1 here. I'd be okay with it. Gold or silver. Either one. Doesn't make no difference to me. Alright, well. It's been almost about 2 weeks since a whole bunch of topics I wrote down. Like, this has been a while. It's back to when freaking Drewski did the Erica Kirk skit. And all the white national celebrities was like, oh, I'm going to do a blackface skit. Girl, I said, just do it. Just do it, because we know you want to. Just do the blackface skit. Get your 13 minutes of fame and be done with it. We already know you are racist. You gonna keep doing racist stuff. It doesn't matter anymore. I mean, it matters, but it's like at this point, it doesn't faze nobody anymore. Y'all gonna keep doing this racist stuff, and then when y'all lose brand deals and all these other things, it's gonna be, oh, this is not fair. It's not fair. I didn't do nothing wrong. Like, seriously? And for context, there's a difference between whiteface and blackface. And it's just the simple fact that when people did blackface, they fed into the negative stereotypes of black Americans. Whiteface, it's no stereotype. It's no, how do I say this? It's not negative. Basically, this is done in a negative light. And it's history behind this. Now, give me a second, because like I said, I don't know all the answers, but we love to Google search some things. So I'm going to Google blackface history. So this is what it says. Okay. I get it. I don't want the Google app. I just want to read. Thank you. Blackface is a form of theatrical makeup typically using burnt cork or shoe polish employed by performers to create a caricature of people of African descent. Originating in the United States in the 1830s, it became a central element of minstrel shows and a dominant form of American entertainment for over a century. It's deeply rooted in racism, designed to mock, dehumanize, and stereotype black people as lazy, ignorant, superstitious, hypersexual, or cowardly, serving to rationalize white supremacy and violence. If these videos cut out, it's a storage problem. It's not me. Anyways, before I was cut off, basically that was the definition of blackface. Now I'm about to look up the definition of whiteface. Give me 1 second. I'm going to stop this video. Okay. Whiteface is a performance technique where individuals, historically often black performers, use makeup to portray white characters, serving a reversal of the derogatory blackface minstrel tradition. It originated in the late 19th, early 20th century as a tool for satire, artistic expression, and social commentary, distinct from the systemic oppression of blackface. There's a definition right there. That's the definition right there. You guys always want to make an excuse and say, oh, you guys do your research. There's your research. There's your research right there. That's satire. Again, it's just so much systemic stuff against black people. You always want to sit here and say, oh, what would have happened to us? This stuff happened to us. It's nothing happening to y'all. Y'all have not been sat here and denied housing, employment, what's it called? Healthcare. You've not been denied majority of these things because you're black. I can keep going. But I don't have all that storage, so yeah. So, like I said, y'all want to do blackface? Go ahead and do it. Just do it and get it over. So because we already know you are racist. Just add on to it. But don't be upset when you get canceled, when you lose your deals, when you lose the money, use the brand deals, all that stuff. When you lose the money because you want to sit here and prove a point and try to be racist and show out your racism, hey, that's on you. Sorry. The tea is hot. Next one. The Baco Pizzeria in Aberdeen, whatever. Basically, a guy went in there to get some pizza. He ordered his stuff, got the receipt, and it says a derogatory term on the receipt. He went back in there and was like, why would you put this on my receipt? Why would you put this on my receipt? The staff was like, I guess, doubling down and basically acting confused. And the owner says, oh, get the F out of my store. Get the F out of my store. Blah, blah, blah. Trust me. You look it up on TikTok or you look up on Facebook, and if you're local, you're going to see it. Girl, the only thing they did at the moment, what I seen, they suspended the owner. But the man basically told the story like, why would you sit here and put that derogatory term on my stuff and then act stupid like you didn't? And then why would, instead of correcting the issue, why would you as the owner sit here and do that? This is what I'm talking about. These Hartford County folk play games. They play games, my guy. They do. It's bad enough the freaking sheriff is a jerk, and a lot of these Hartford County folks are idiots and racist. Y'all keep screwing. Y'all see, I don't think people understand that you screw yourself up nowadays. Back in the day when we didn't have cameras and phones and witnesses and I guess decent officers of the law and decent people, you could get away with this stuff like it's nothing. Now we got these. Y'all can't get away with it no more. You can't get away with the wrongdoings no more. You just can't. And then even if you do somehow get away with it, it's going to be on your record. It's going to be on, the internet is forever. It's going to be there forever. I got to stop with this foolishness. You really do got to stop with this mess. Because what is the point? What is the reason? What is the reason for this? If I saw that and I was like confused, like, what does that mean? I would look it up like, oh my gosh. I didn't even look it up. And I'm like, so it's basically a derogatory term. I would look it up and be like, sir, I am so sorry. What can we do to fix this? Who printed this out? Like, I would just be doing a lot of apologizing. And that, for that person, I don't know if it'd be one of those, either you're going to be fired or you're going to be suspended for a long time until I figure out what I'm going to do with you, because that's not okay. So that happened. And of course, like I said, the owner has been suspended. They put out a statement, of course, but it's just one of those things where it's like, And it's crazy because I thought about eating there one day and I said, nope, I guess not. I'm going to tie my hands. I'm going to put my hands up with that one. Maybe get new ownership. Hard maybe, but highly doubt it. I had midterm elections and possible candidates, but I didn't even have a chance. I've not had a chance to even look up the possible candidates for the county and for the sheriff and all these other things. Now, like I said, I did see the video about 2 of the sheriffs that I liked. So my thing is this: I'm not voting for Gallagher, and I said that in my previous videos. I'm not voting for that man. I'm not. If this man wasn't a Trump thumping supporter, maybe. And if he ran this county better, and it wasn't ran in fear, like y'all talking about, oh, you supposed to trust the police. I can't trust the police. I mean, systemically, it's hard to trust the police. And then on top of that, y'all don't make it easier to trust y'all. It'd be little incidents of things where it's like, we really cannot trust y'all. And it's like, maybe the people in Bel Air can trust y'all. Maybe the people in Falston can trust y'all. The little different parts of the county, yeah, sure. But it's like, I just can't. And I'm not serious saying that somebody gonna come in and let's fix everything wrong with the police department. No. But I'm saying is that, dag, if we supposed to be working together if they supposed to be working with the community of people, y'all not making it easier to work with the community of people. And when y'all do something wrong and it's like, we don't want to come to you for nothing. I mean, I've said it over and over again. I'm not going to fight nobody. I'm not going to do nothing wrong. If somebody want to come at me in a threatening way, of course I'm going to call the cops. Of course. It's the quote-unquote right thing to do. But you can't be mad at other people who have probably called the cops before and the problem didn't get solved. Or they called the cops and the cops was going after the person that called the cops. You can't be upset about that. So it's like, But as far as the county is now, hard maybe. Like I said, I only went to the precinct maybe one time to file a report, and clearly ain't nothing happened with that. So, I mean, I'm not saying, I'm by no means am I serious saying, oh, y'all don't do nothing because y'all didn't figure out who busted up my mirror. No. All I'm saying is this. It's okay. It's not that deep. But when it comes to certain situations that are that deep, it needs to be handled. And it don't need to be handled by little racist comments. Little, what's that word? Oh my gosh, microaggression type of comments. I just saw a video where somebody asked a councilman, like, if your family member was killed by an illegal immigrant, what would you do? Would you still be having the same thought process? And it's like, well, basically what they're saying is, I've met people who are American citizens, born and raised here, and have committed heinous crimes as well. So what difference does it make if the person is here? It's neither here nor there, wherever they come from. Because at the end of the day, a heinous crime was still committed. Now, once this person has been charged and sent off, that should be the end of that. And then once that's done, it should be something more along the lines of, okay, how can we protect people and protect women and men and all the children, all that stuff in these spaces? How can we protect women from taking walks in the park and not being harassed? How can we protect children from going places and not being touched and harassed? Men as well. It happens to everybody, not just women and children. It happens to men as well. How can we prevent these things? We can't prevent them by seriously saying, oh, every illegal person is a criminal. That's how we bring divide. And everybody wants to come together as a country. We can't come together as a country if y'all keep trying to divide us. And like I said, aligning yourself with Trump is already a death sentence. So that man for sheriff this year or next year, every year, is out of my book. And honestly, I'm praying and hoping that it's a change. Gotta be a change. It's too much. I'm gonna kind of put these together. So I put, why is everyone turning MAGA? And I said, Nick Cannon is a damn fool. The end. Yeah, why is everybody turning MAGA? First, now it's Lisa, not Left Eye. No, Left Eye is passed. Chili. Chili's a freaking Trump supporter now. And then she tried to defend it and say, oh, I'm not a Trump supporter. But no, you are. You and the rest of these daggone early 90s, 2000 celebrities. Trump award. Why? What does that man have on y'all? To make y'all want to be aligned with him? It's like the freaking Mary sisters. They say his views align with the Christian values. And I don't sit here and claim to be the best daggone Christian. I know everything. But I'm like, the stuff this man is saying is terrible. It's horrible.
Where I could stand in the middle of Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody and I wouldn't lose any voters, okay? It's like incredible.
We're going to necessarily ask for a declaration of war. I think we're just going to kill people that are bringing drugs into our country.
They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're rapists.
And they're great letters. We fell in love. But you know what? Now they'll say, Donald Trump said they fell in love. How horrible. How horrible is that? So unprecedented. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets.
And y'all okay with that? And you're black. And I'm not serious saying you gotta align with one political party, because it's all flaws in all these political parties. But to align with that, that's ridiculous. And it's selfish to me, honestly. I mean, in the case of Nick Cannon, it was him and Amber Rose on some type of podcast, and it was like, Democrat Party is the party of the KKK. And I'm like, I don't, like I said, I don't know everything. And I'm like, no. Now, of course, I knew that the political parties flipped. Why? I'm not sure. But I knew they flipped. And when I did my research,
The Democrats started the KKK, and the Republicans freed the slaves, is what I would say if I didn't know how to read.
People don't know that the Democrats are the party of the KKK.
Yep.
People don't know that the Republicans are the party that freed the slaves.
Did the Democrats technically start the KKK? Yes. Did the Republicans technically free the slaves? Yes. But if that's where you are ending the conversation, you are being intellectually dishonest. If we open our textbook to page 0, you would see that between the end of the Civil War and the Civil Rights Movement, the Democrats and the Republicans flipped ideologies. The greatest evidence for that is that in the 1860s, Democrats were wearing KKK hoodies. In the 1960s, Democrats were signing the Civil Rights Acts. How could the same political party that wanted to hang black people one moment want to give black people freedoms the next moment if they didn't switch ideologies? Like I said, that switch was gradual. As we get closer and closer to the Civil Rights Movement, the more liberal presidents are Democrats, and the more Ronald Reagan presidents are Republicans. So yes, the political parties of the 21st century are not the political parties of the 19th century. If you genuinely believe that if we plopped Donald Trump in the 1860s, he would have fought to free the slaves, I got some oceanfront property in Kansas to sell you right now.
basically said they flipped in the 1960s around the time where the Civil Rights Act basically passed. You know, now Democrats are no longer racist. They're the ones passing the laws with civil rights. Now the Republicans just don't have ones with the KKK. I'm like, now that's something you can simply do research on. Now hold up, give me a second. I'm about to look it up now too. Hold on. Okay, so here it is. The shift in political affiliation of Ku Klux Klan members and more broadly white segregationists. Give me a second, I can't read sometimes. Voters from the Democratic Party to the Republican Party was primarily driven by the National Democratic Party's adaptation of the civil rights platforms in the 1940s and 60s. This realignment saw the solid South, which had been solely Democratic since the post-Civil War era, transitioned to a Republican stronghold by the 1980s. Basically saying it flipped. The parties flipped. Google is free! And you idiots... Nick Cannon's already cornered me. Like, don't get me wrong. He has his good moments. I liked his podcast, Playing Spades. I liked him on Wild 'N Out. I liked him on Drumline and whatever other crap he was in. And Amber Rose was cool for the time she was cool. But you guys don't look stuff up. You don't look stuff up. You never look anything up, and you will sit here and say this stuff proudly and boldly without saying the rest of the story. And you believe these two idiots. One that got a tattoo on her forehead, which, again, that's not an issue. If that's what you want to do with your life, that's your life. But she already been a bird with this thing on her big old head. At least make it look cute. Somebody who's a daggone Trump supporter don't know if she black or white, but she say she white, so she don't know what she is at this point. And somebody who got 10 baby mamas and 12 kids. You know, can't judge a book by its cover. But right now we are, because guess what? I would not listen to anything y'all would have to say regarding politics. Can't. Would not listen to anything regarding y'all say about politics. Cannot. It's ridiculous. It's just getting to a point where all these celebrities, y'all keep going to the Trump. And it's like, again, I said this before, when this is all over, it's said and done, the man is no longer president. I hate to say it. When he's no longer president, somebody in this country is going to pull a Jim Jonestown Kool-Aid drinking event. It's going to be a Jim Jonestown Kool-Aid drinking event when that man stops becoming president. Because his cult and following love that man to the point where they excuse everything he does. Trump could sit here and do any and everything to y'all. Vile and horrendous and wrong. And I'm not going to say what. Just think of the most vile thing that could happen. And he do it. And they will still say, they will still justify it. Because in all reality, they want the most vile, nasty things to be done to them by him. It's just crazy. So, when it's all said and done, I would not be surprised if a Jim Jonestown Kool-Aid drinking event happens. That's it. Okay. This is another thing I want to bring up. Do y'all follow Matt Hardy's wife on TikTok? It was Rebe Hardy. Now Rebe, Rebe Sky. Left her down bad. Never knew that was his wife until she started posting him and like the memorabilia of his wrestling days and all that stuff. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna mind my business. I hope that lady find peace. I hope she find peace and happiness with her and her babies. Because the way she gives to her subliminal messages, and I'm not saying that she can't, because that's her page and her business. But I'm like, dang, this man ain't treating her like crap. Now, do some research. I looked up, okay, oh, it's so toxic. I looked it up. There's a lot of instances of cheating and people putting hands on people. And verbal words. And all these things. And it's crazy because she'll post what she want to post about the man. It'll be positivity. And there'll be that one negative comment like, oh, you not happy, you just, he should stay with Lita, and this, that, and the third. Now, I didn't know, I knew, back then, I was young, I knew Matt and Lita was together, and I didn't know Lita cheated, but then I probably did. But, either way, I'm like, okay, he could have stayed with her, but she cheated. So, you got cheated on, now you cheating on your wife? Make it make sense. I hate this phone so much. Anyways. Stop being weird. Stop being weird to people that go through stuff. Your favorite celebrities are jerks. That's my whole point. Your favorite celebrities growing up are jerks. Matt Hardy is a jerk. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He's a jerk. He sucks. He's a terrible husband. He's probably, matter of fact, I'll say this. He's probably a great at what he does, but he's probably a shit husband. I'm sorry. It's okay. It's okay. A lot of my favorite celebrities growing up are a-holes. I learned out Harry Belafonte wasn't shit. It sucked. But it is what it is. You can't change history. He sucks. Sorry. It's okay. Y'all will live. You guys will live. Stop harassing that woman. And when she's ready to leave, she'll leave. 100%. I promise you she will. I'm going to wrap this up. And this is my last video. I'm going to wrap this up. Stop giving negativity a platform. There's so much negative stuff and everything going on. Stop giving it a platform. When y'all cut off at the head and stop giving that attention, it just slowly goes down. Don't give it attention. Next thing. Do women get canceled more than men? Yes. Because people treat women like crap all the time. I.e. back to Trump. When the women come out as Trump supporters, female celebrities, women celebrities, all that, they get canceled more than anything. But when the men do it, they don't get canceled at all. They still get praised. They still get booked. They're still busy. This is the misogynistic world we live in. Men could sit here and set somebody on fire and they'll still be booked and busy. A woman does that, she'll be in jail for 100 years. Welcome to misogyny. I put here, y'all love abusive men because the whole Chris Brown and Usher thing coming out concert. Guess what? I'm not going to talk about it. Protect your peace. These people will love Chris Brown so much they will excuse every and anything that he does, Usher included. They'll excuse anything that any of these cute, handsome celebrities does, especially the light-skinned ones. They'll be excused. Protect your peace. Don't argue with somebody that sit here is a Chris Brown fan. It's not worth it. Birds. Caw-caw. Brr. It's okay. I'm not arguing with somebody that likes an abusive man or abusive celebrity. It's all right. Protect your peace. Be done with it. Ignore it. And last thing, my job and the VIP status. You know what? I'm going to save that for another day. Because that's a whole nother topic I want to talk about. Anyways, y'all have a lovely day. Be safe. Be blessed. Sorry that this felt rushed, but iPhone storage is trash. Have a great day. Be safe. Remember, I'm nobody special. I'm just another freckled face. Deuces.